There was a time when people lined up overnight for Labubus, those tiny, wide-eyed, fanged little creatures that looked like they crawled out of a nightmare and then got a Disney makeover. Collectors camped out in malls, influencers filmed haul videos worth hundreds of dollars, and even global stars like Blackpink's Lisa and Naomi Osaka flaunted them like luxury handbags.
Who is this?
This is Andre Swagacy.
But here we are, not even 3 years later, resale values plummeting,
But resale prices are falling now by half or even more.
collectors dumping entire sets online, and PopMart, the company behind Labubu, quietly pivoting to new, limited edition lines to reignite fading interest. This is not just the story of a toy. This is the story of a cycle, the rise, peak, and burnout of modern consumer desire. Because what killed Labubu wasn't a lack of popularity, it was too much of it. Labubu began life in the sketchbook of Hong Kong artist Ka-Sing Leung. His world was whimsical and strange. Creatures that looked like they belonged in a Tim Burton fairy tale rather than a toy aisle. When Chinese collectible giant PopMart discovered his work, they saw something rare, a design that was both eerie and adorable, a visual oxymoron that could bridge childlike wonder and adult irony. PopMart packaged Labubu into their proven format, blind boxes. You don't know what figure you're getting until you open it. One box might hold a common version, another might contain the legendary Chase variant, worth hundreds on resale markets. That little gamble turned art toys into an industry. By 2021, PopMart's revenues had exploded past $1 billion, fueled largely by Labubu's mischievous grin. But it wasn't China that made Labubu a phenomenon. It was K-pop. When Lisa from Blackpink was photographed with a Labubu charm on her designer bag, the creature instantly crossed cultural borders. Lisa's fans, millions of them across Asia, Europe, and the US, turned a niche collector's toy into a global flex. Within weeks, TikTok unboxings skyrocketed. Resale sites were flooded. American influencers started calling it the new Beanie Baby for Gen Z. Then came Naomi Osaka, who carried custom crystal-encrusted Labubus to every US Open match, and fashion houses in China started pairing Labubu bags with couture outfits. The line between art, fashion, and fandom blurred completely. Blind boxes are the engine behind every modern collectible craze. They turn buying into a game, a gamble, and a chemical loop of anticipation and reward. Psychologists call this variable ratio reinforcement, the same mechanism behind slot machines.
Street, let's see if we can win.
Should I play or walk away?
You never know when you'll win, so you keep playing. Every sealed box is a dopamine generator. Tear open the foil, see the surprise, feel that little rush, and because the reward is random, it's never enough. You chase another, and another. PopMart mastered this formula. They didn't just sell toys, they sold hope. The hope of a rare pull, the fantasy of completeness. It's not new. Disney has been doing the same thing for years with its mystery pin packs at the parks. You pay $15, open the bag, and maybe you get Stitch, or maybe you get yet another Donald Duck. The mechanics are identical. Artificial scarcity wrapped in glossy innocence. Companies disguise behavioral engineering behind words like collectible and limited. But Labubu took it further. Each new series added regional exclusives, event-only editions, and collaborations that pushed fans to travel, trade, and spend just to keep up. Soon, the joy of collecting turned into the anxiety of completion. Labubu wasn't just cute. It was cool. It symbolized taste. It said, you know art toys, you're a part of the scene. Collectors curated shelves like fashion showrooms. Entire YouTube channels revolved around unboxing new sets. Some people spent thousands on duplicates just to chase a 1 in 144 figure. And when celebrities started showing them off, the Labubu craze shifted from fandom to financial speculation. Resellers used bots to buy entire cases in seconds. Prices soared. At its height, a single chase could go for $800. But as with all speculative markets, once everyone tries to flip the product, nobody's left to buy it. By 2024, social media interest waned. PopMart flooded the market with collabs. Too many series, too many designs. Scarcity turned into saturation. Collectors began unloading their shelves and resale prices cratered. The $800 chase became $60 overnight. Labubu had become a victim of its own success.
And analysts say that these falling prices are because demand is cooling, especially in mainland China and for older editions of the Labubus. And there are now signs that scalpers are worried that they can't sell, and they're trying to release that inventory.
A toy whose value depended entirely on hype, Labubu had become a victim of its own success. Every trend ends the same way: parody.
Labubu, 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 Labubu. Here it comes!
When South Park aired its Labubu episode, featuring the toy as a symbol of mindless consumerism, complete with kids fighting in stores, it marked the cultural peak and the turning point. Once a meme mocks a trend, it's already on its way out. At the same time, countries like Russia and Iraq's Kurdistan region labeled the toys harmful or even demonic. Social media conspiracy theories connected Labubu's grin to Mesopotamian demons. It was absurd, but it fed the cycle. Fascination turning into backlash. When the dopamine fades, what's left? For many collectors, the aftermath was financial regret and emotional exhaustion. Glamour-profiled fans who spent thousands chasing complete sets, only to realize they no longer even liked the figures. PopMart's constant releases made it impossible to rest. Miss one drop, and your collection felt incomplete. What started as joy became obligation. And this isn't unique to Labubu. Funko Pop's warehouse crisis in 2023, when the company destroyed millions of unsold figures, showed what happens when overproduction meets waning desire. We've seen it before with Beanie Babies, Tsum Tsums, even NFTs. The product changes, but the pattern doesn't. So why do we fall for it every time? Because each new collectible offers the illusion of control in a chaotic world. A set you can complete, a community you can join. Marketing exploits that longing. The randomness feels fairer than real life. Everyone has a shot at the rare one. And when you finally pull it, that joy feels earned. But the companies know exactly when to move on. They watch the analytics, track the drops, and pivot before the magic fades. Consumers, on the other hand, are left surrounded by plastic trophies of fading excitement. Today, the Labubu hype machine sputters. PopMart's stock price has dipped. New characters like Skull Panda and Hirono try to fill the gap, but none capture the same lightning. On TikTok, collectors talk more about reselling than collecting. "I'm done," says one viral clip. It's too much. Labubu still has fans, dedicated, creative, nostalgic ones, but it no longer defines the zeitgeist. And maybe that's a good thing, because what Labubu revealed isn't that people are greedy. It's that people are searching for identity, comfort, community, and control, all wrapped in a box small enough to hold in your hand. But you can't buy belonging, and you can't manufacture meaning forever. Labubu began as art. It became fashion, then addiction, then parody.
What the f*** is a Labubu? And why do I have to spend what little time I have left knowing what they are?
It was designed to be cute, and it was. But in the end, it became a mirror of our impulses, our loneliness, our hunger for the next thing. The fall of Labubu isn't just about a toy fad ending. It's about us. About the way capitalism turns wonder into currency, and how even the cutest monster can't survive being overfed. Maybe we didn't kill Labubu. Maybe we just loved it to death. What do you think of the Labubu craze? Is the hype over? What do you think is the next viral toy? Like and subscribe for more pop culture, entertainment, analysis, and everything in between. See you in the next one.